Hi all, today we are going to see how to enable TSLint, which is a linting for TypeScript in VS Code. Okay, let's first see what is TSLint. Uh, TSLint is nothing but a static analysis tool for finding errors in TypeScript. Okay, it checks for readability and mindability and functionality errors in TypeScript. So whenever you type the script, it automatically lints it and tells you the error promptly, dynamically it tells you. So let's see the steps for enabling TSLint in VS Code. Okay, maybe it is a four-step process. Okay, for explaining the steps, I have already a sample application. Okay, which I will be using to tell you to explain you the steps what we have to do. Okay, so this is a simple project which I have. So it just has one TS file. Okay, it has just this TS file, and my aim is to find errors in this single file. Okay, I want to see the TypeScript errors in this single file because console log is not actually allowed in a normal application. Okay, so let me for doing that, let us do one by one through the process as well, this project as well. Okay, the first step is the prerequisite of this is the TypeScript should be installed in your project because it finds error in TypeScript. If you don't have TypeScript in your application, it will throw error. So let me show you in this CLI command prompt itself. Okay, first do npm install only dev because TypeScript is only for dev, not for production. TypeScript. Let's first install the prerequisite. Okay, so it should get installed. So it got installed. Next, let's move to the next step. That is TSLint. The first step in our enabling TSLint is first TSLint should be available globally and also as a dev dependency in your project. Why we need globally is to for enabling us to generate the TSLint configuration file. Okay, let me do that because without this you can't generate the TSLint configuration file. Okay, that's why I want it also globally as well. So let me install TSLint globally. So we'll wait till it gets installed. Next, we have to install TSLint. This also is sufficient if you have it as a dev dependency. Okay, let me do it in as a dev dependency, only as dev. So I'm already inside the package. Okay, that's why I'm able to install directly. I'm already inside this. If you see the properties, reveal in file explorer, you can see that I'm already inside this C TypeScript TSLint 1. Okay, that's why I directly installed. Okay, so I have completed the step 1. Let me move to the step 2. So we have to then TSLint uses a configuration file to tell you the errors. Okay, for you can yourself create the TSLint configuration file, but it is more easy to generate generate the basic TSLint configuration file through this through the TSLint CLI command. So for this only I made you to install globally. Okay. So once you do it is, you have to give it as two hyphens and init. So once you did this, you should be seeing TSLint configuration file. This is a basic configuration file. Over this, you can add your own rules or It is actually by default it is extended from TSLint recommended. If you have, you can also make it extend from TSLint standard config or prettier. If you are working with prettier, to avoid conflict, you can also go for TSLint config prettier. That is also okay. Okay. And we can also exclude some rules if you want. That also can be done. So that we will see later. So now if you see, go and see here, it is not showing any errors, right? So let's move to the next step for that. So this one, if you add it in package.json, right? Inside the scripts, I've just added, here I don't have a source folder. If you have source folder, that's fine. So I have just a mock.ts, right? So I can just put it as star.ts, okay? This should do. I've just added a linting command. So when you execute this linting command, it will run the TSLint across all the TS files in your application. Okay. Okay. If you have a source folder, you can make it to run across all the TS file across under your source folder. Since I don't have a source folder, I just removed that. Okay. So for running the lint across your application, you you can just do npm run. I hope you know this npm run script and just give whatever you gave it in package.json, the key value. So I have given lint. So once you run it, it should show me the errors for this mock.ts. So you can see here. So it is saying that calls to console.log are not allowed, right? Right. But it is not showing it dynamically, right? You are not seeing it in this file itself. For making it happen, if you want to, while you type itself, you want to see the types TSLint errors, what you can do, you can enable it in vscode, automatic linting in vscode. For doing that, what you have to do is do Ctrl+Shift+P, okay, and you just give this command, whatever I have typed here, okay. Ctrl+Shift+P, that is for opening the command palette, and you just give this command. If you execute this command, okay, it should enable the automatic linting in your application. Okay, so let's see that. So now you are able to see that error. When you type itself, you will be able to see that linting error. You see, when I put console.log itself, I am able to see that error popping up, right? This one, right, the linting what we added in package.json, that you can add it to your that integration itself. Okay, we used to do in Jenkins, right? There you can add it in your jobs so that it fails when the linting fails, so that the build will not get generated without linting getting passed. Okay, continuous integration you can add. Okay, so if I don't want to see this, I want to disable this error alone for my TSLint. What you can do, just copy this no console, right? You just copy that and put it here. Whatever you see it in bracket, right? No console. You can make it to false. So that from now on, and the TSLint will not show error for this console. Okay. So you are not seeing the error. If you make it true, you will see that error. Okay, right? Hope it is clear how to enable TSLint in your VS Code. So this will drastically help you to write better codes, the TSLint. Thank you. Have a nice day.